Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. After the events of the last couple of episodes and the secret agent appearing more and more, including episode 62, where he decided to interfere in the Skibidi toilet universe for the first time as far as we know, I decided that I'll be going over every time the secret agent aka Dafuk Boom appeared in the series, and will be explaining my theories about his character and involvement with the series. Ever since episode 45, everyone has been making theories about his existence, powers, and the reason for him to be there since there are no humans left in the Skibidi toilet universe. In this video, I'll analyze everything about his character and his appearances in the Skibidi toilet universe. I'm saying Skibidi toilet universe because Dafuk has other universes as mentioned in the multiverse of beatbox video he posted 5 months ago. But I'm not going to be getting in detail when it comes to the multiverse topic just yet because we don't know enough to make good theories on it. So if you don't want to miss any of the secrets and Easter eggs, make sure to watch until the end of the video. Also make sure to like and subscribe if you want the analysis videos to continue. Anyways, here we go. The mystery of the secret agent character has been an ongoing topic for a long while now, and since we got the first interference from him, I thought this was the best time to make a video on it. Many people know that the first time we have seen is in episode 45, but is that really true? Strangely, one episode before this, in episode 44, there is a mysterious figure who is standing on the roof of the restaurant, not bothered by anything going on. The main issue is that his head looks like a TV head, but there is no way to know if he is the secret agent or a TV man. A few moments later, the second Titan TV man gets hit. We can see the silhouette again, not affected or even a little bothered by the explosion going on. As we know from episode 43, TV man try not to risk themselves at all, and they will escape the situation no matter what if they are in danger slightly. This is the main reason why this mysterious figure is weird. And just like how the secret agent leaves the scene usually right before something big happens in almost every episode that he is in, right before Cinema Man uses his powers, we can see the rooftop again, but the mysterious figure is nowhere to be seen. After this, in episode 45, we really get to see the secret agent, and he is just inside the house at the beginning of the video, but the moment the POV cameraman gets up, the secret agent turns his head to the camera looking straight at us. Does he know that we are watching? Is he aware of the multiverse? Or is he simply watching over the war? I'll get to all these questions later in the video. 10 seconds into episode 45, we see the same window again, but the secret agent is nowhere to be seen anymore. At first, this was thought to be just a small Easter egg and a cameo, because Dafuk loves putting small details in the videos just for the sake of it, but it turned out to be so much bigger than that later on. We also get a really small glimpse of him in episode 46, and even though it's very hard to see, he is seen behind a tree for a short period of time, and with this episode it's confirmed that he can teleport from place to place because in episode 45 he was in the same place as Cinema Man, but he suddenly disappeared. Cinema Man also teleported at the end of the episode into the place in episode 46, and if he needed to teleport to get there, Secret Agent totally teleported as well. This is honestly very weird because ever since then we haven't seen any other powers of the Secret Agent even till now. In episode 47 we get the best shot we have ever seen of the Secret Agent. Right after the fight of Cinema Man against G-Man's Skibidi toilet and infected Titan Speakerman, G-Man decides to kill the POV cameraman. But because of all the damage he received in the battle, the POV cameraman takes a while before he dies, and we get to witness the secret agent for the first time. This part is very important for us because the theory I have might explain why the secret agent interfered in episode 62 and why he keeps on watching different scenes all the time. Even though he doesn't appear in every video, there is no guarantee that he isn't there in the scene, and we just can't see him, because what he does at the end of episode 47 surprised me when I first saw it. He wasn't there to save the cameraman or interfere in the fight. He was simply there to collect the camera. At least that's the motion that he did at the end. Why could that be? Is he collecting all the footage for himself? If so, why would he do something like that? These are the questions I'll be answering while going through the rest of his appearances, so make sure to watch until the end if you don't want to miss anything. Before I get into it, let me know your thoughts on why you think the secret agent might be collecting cameraman heads and watching over everything going on. After episodes 47 and 48, I realized there is a pattern on when and where the secret agent appears. This is still unknown if it's true or not, but it's the case almost 99% of the time. If you look closely at episode 45 on his first appearance, the secret agent was watching the plunger cameraman, and in episode 48 it's clear that he is watching him again, and the more the series went on, this pattern remained to be true. The same goes for the Titans. Whenever the secret agent appears, either the Titans or a big character is there like the plunger cameraman. He usually never watches over useless things. Out of all the times we could have seen him collect a camera, we saw him collect the one which captured the fight between Cinema Man and G-Man, also including infected Titan Speaker Man. In episode 48, it was actually very hard to catch the secret agent because he was carefully placed, and we can only see him for a couple of frames where the scientist cameraman shoots his laser gun. With the bright beam that the gun produces, we were able to get a glimpse of the secret agent, and the direction he is looking is letting him both see the scientist cameraman who turned out to be the mech scientist cameraman in episode 54, and the plunger cameraman who is behind scientist cameraman killing other Skibidi toilets. After this, we didn't see him for quite a while, and this is most likely because of all the stuff the cameraman went through in the next couple of episodes, including a raid at their base in episode 50. In episode 52, the secret agent returned, and without a surprise, it was an episode that included plunger cameraman and the reveal of camera woman for the first time. But there was one thing different about this appearance, even though he is just standing there next to the sign. A moment later, the camera pans upwards and we see a text that says, "Your real enemy is coming." Till this day, we don't know what exactly this meant, but when this episode came out, I decided to go and check this sign out in the New York map from the Gmod workshop. As always, this was a clever message put in by Dafuk himself, because as you can see, the sign normally didn't have the same writing on it, and instead it was just something about a news company. Something similar happened in episode 57 as well, but I'll get to that later. With the message in episode 52, it leads us to thinking that he might be the real enemy, but that remains to be seen, and he did the opposite of what an enemy would do in episode 62. After episode 52, we didn't see him until episode 55, and in episode 55, not much happened with the secret agent. He only appeared for a short period of time and was seen watching the plunger cameraman. Maybe the "Your real enemy is coming" sign was referring to the infected Titan Speaker Man coming back with upgrades in episode 56 and killing plunger cameraman because the secret agent was watching over them. One thing that is interesting is the text on walls changing whenever he is around, and I really do think that he might be the one changing the texts, because it happens in episode 55 as well. Right after we see the secret agent, we can see a text that says, "They come," on the billboard up there in the building. This is probably referring to all the Skibidi toilets that attacked this episode, but it might also be about the infected Titan Speakerman who will make his return next episode. It's also weird because 50 seconds into the video, the same billboard no longer has any text written on it, which we'll see happen again in episode 57 as well. This, I think, further confirms that the secret agent has something to do with the texts written on billboards, and he might actually have the power to manipulate electricity or screens if these billboards are electrical. Otherwise, we might as well say that he can change reality, but that'll be too far if you ask me. But the question you might ask now is, why would he change the texts, especially when the cameraman and others are not paying attention to it? My main guess about this topic is the same reason for him collecting the cameras. I think the secret agent entity knows the existence of us, the viewers. I think he is collecting footage to store it, and he is not interfering to not affect the timeline, but if someone is going to die, he might save them to preserve a little more footage. I don't know what the analogy and thoughts behind this are right now, but Dafuk usually doesn't do anything without a reason, and I'm sure that he has reasons for every single detail he puts in. He also appears in episode 56 for a very, very short part inside the car, hiding and watching everyone, but there isn't much else to it in episode 56. What started happening after episode 57 gave us a glimpse of Secret Agent's powers a little more because in episode 57 he appeared again, and this time he appeared in daylight without hiding. There was one thing different about him though, it was that he had a green glow behind him this time, but we'll get to the green glow after I talk about his appearance in episode 58. Before that, let's talk about the billboard text anomaly that happened in this episode as well. If you pause the moment where the Titan cameraman is shielding infected Titan Speakerman's rockets, You can clearly see that the billboard, which was blank before, says betrayal now. I really don't know who this referred to or why it was said, since we still haven't seen any real betrayal yet. But it was there, and it disappeared after the secret agent left as well. With this, I think we can 100% say that he is the one manipulating the billboards for us, the viewers, because no one else can see them. We saw the secret agent again in episode 58, and he again had his impressive green glow behind him, and this episode, and the next one, which I'm going to talk about in a second, made me think that the green glow indicates that the cameraman maybe are not seeing him, and only us, the viewers, can see him. Unless he is openly allied with the Alliance, I think every single cameraman would have been weirded out by his presence, because there are literally no humans left, and certainly not someone powerful enough to withstand most of the stuff going on. In this episode, he is most likely there to watch how the Titan speakerman is acting after being cured. And after the Titans leave the scene, we can also see the secret agent slowly leave as well. But did you notice that the green glow went off slowly, the more he moved off the camera? This is one of the reasons why I thought the green glow might be preventing cameraman to see him. But let's get to the next episode, because even though we see him in episode 59, he doesn't have his green glow this time, and coincidentally, he is hiding behind a car. After this moment, I am almost 99% convinced that the green glow only appears when he is not hiding. Not much happens in this episode about the secret agent, since he leaves seconds after, and this was the episode where the speaker man came back at the end. After this, we got to see the secret agent again in episode 61, where the speaker woman was revealed. He was watching the scene behind the scenes without his green glow and left right before speaker woman came into the scene. Until now, we only saw him watch from far away and analyze the war. But in episode 62, something incredible happened. Right after the scientist Skibidi toilet used his speakers he stole from Cinema Man, everyone suddenly started getting hurt. And as we know from many episodes before, whenever these speakers are used or any type of big speaker is used to kill, it really does kill everyone other than the strongest units, and there wasn't anyone special in the vicinity. So why is there someone standing and walking without a care when the POV cameraman turns his back? Why is it that there is a random headphone that'll protect the POV cameraman right next to him on the street? The only answer to this question is that this man who walked was the secret agent, and we all know that he is powerful enough to withstand any attack at this point, because nothing has been able to even make him move until now. He most likely put these headphones for the POV cameraman, knowing that he'll die anyways. But if he died early, we wouldn't be able to see the G-Man toilet flying across the city, destroying everything, and most importantly, we wouldn't be able to see the comeback of the mutant toilet and his new friend. With all these appearances combined, I think he collected the POV cameraman's head after he died in this episode, and he will most likely start becoming a bigger part of the series from now on. I don't know how much he will interfere, but it seems like for now he doesn't want to change the timeline of things by interfering and just wants to absorb and collect data. If we get more info on the character in the coming episodes, I'll make sure to make an update video on the topic, so make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed it and if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos.